And when we use hormones, we're actually dialing down and dialing back the hormones that our body makes that then are the fuel, the gas for fibroids.
So when I was younger, my mother had a hysterectomy pretty early on in life, and I just thought that would
Mhm.
be my situation too, because that's what they say. Like, you're typically like your mother, right? So her reason for her hysterectomy, I think she was like in her early 40s, was because of repeat uterine fibroids.
Mhm.
So outside of the hysterectomy, what are some common ways, if they're still small,
Yeah,
that can bring some relief to the person who's trying to preserve their uterus and their fertility, and just get
absolutely.
relief from all of the things that come with uterine fibroids? Mm.
Um, it was terrible. It was terrible. So, one of the things that I try and do in the book, which is obviously we eventually talk about the big kahuna, hysterectomy, is really outline and explain all the other steps that you have prior to hysterectomy to help manage symptoms, pain, bleeding, inflammation, your desire to preserve your fertility, etc. So the first part really talks about the medical interventions. And I know, again, people are very skeptical about the use of hormones, but it's this idea of understanding that fibroids are driven by estrogen and progesterone. How doctors can use then estrogen and progesterone to actually manage fibroid symptoms. And I think what common misunderstanding is that people feel like we are flooding their body with hormones, but it's actually not that way. And when we use hormones, we're actually dialing down and dialing back the hormones that our body makes that then are the fuel, the gas for fibroids.
Mhm.
So I spend the first part really talking about all your medical options that allow for reversibility, easy, convenient use to get you to your goal, whatever
Yeah.
that is. Not
Yeah.
having a hysterectomy, having kids, whatever it is,
Mhm.
or nothing, just keeping your uterus.
Right. Mhm.
Minimally invasive or laparoscopic approaches, which are another huge way to manage fibroids, preserve your uterus, preserve your fertility. And again, we're not taking a sledgehammer to something that requires like a butter knife.